Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome today in Grafityp. My name is Peter and I'm very glad to explain a little bit the difference of our printable wrapping films but also our Omega-Skinz. I have a colleague who will show you everything in application, so it will be very nice today. First of all, I'm going to explain a little bit about the agenda and also a little bit about the practical information about this seminar. We will introduce you the car wrap films, as well the Grafityp as the Omega-Skinz, as I explained. Rudy will show you the applications, and afterwards we will answer all your questions. To have a good idea is that this seminar will be in English, so please give me also your questions in English. And it will take about 1 hour to follow this webinar. It will be a combination of presentations and demos and Q&A. And at the end, we will treat all your questions. Don't be afraid, if we don't have time enough, we will treat all your questions through the email, and everybody will be served with all these questions. Today, as I explained, I will tell you about the 4 different types of car wrapping films we have, printable car wrapping films, about the RA38P, the RA38C, the GT38SL, and as well our PVC-free PU50C. And each film has its own characteristics. Sorry, this is live, so sometimes I make some mistakes. I will tell you about the initial tack and also the slidability of this film. But let's start with the AE38P. So this film has a very high initial tack. It started with 10 Newton, so that's very heavy, but after 24 hours it becomes 16 Newton. And this film is better to applicate with 2 persons if you have to go for huge surfaces. It has already a very strong permanent adhesive, and it is good for temporary graphics on airplanes, for example, on boats, but then you have to seal the edges. Next film is the RA38C, and that has a lower initial tack of 7 Newton, which becomes 30 Newton after 24 hours. It has a good slidability and it's easy to reposition even if you are alone. And it's also perfect for large surfaces on trucks, vans and cars. And next one is our GT38SL. That has a very low initial tack of 4 Newton, but it also becomes 16 Newton after 24 hours. It has an ultra slidability, so it's very easy to apply when you're alone and you have to treat large surfaces. And it's very important that you preheat the film before you applicate it on the car. And also, it is very important to fix afterwards in every depth we have. The last one we have is the PU50C. That is our PVC version, free version of the car wrap film. It also has air escape channels and a gray adhesive. You have to know that it has also a low initial tack of 7 Newton and becomes 30 Newton after 24 hours. A good slidability and easy to reposition. It's a very flexible material and it's, for the most difficult applications, very easy to use. So this film also is very glossy if you use the laminate PU38. But watch out, because on that laminate there is a protection film. So you have to relieve, first of all, the protection film before applicating it on the car. Now we are going to show you a video of the different films, how to applicate. So I think this was very interesting to see how to applicate the different films. And if you want to see it back, you can go to our website, because this video you can rewatch as much as you want on our website. What we didn't treat it in this film was the Omega-Skinz. It is available in colors, but also in printables and in laminates. It is actually a multi-layer product with a special industrial poly-coated paper. And in the permanent adhesive, with a very clean removal, you have micro air channels. The material, which is a color, is a pigmented, can be metallic, cast colored film. And above that, there is a clear surface, which can be glossy, ultra glossy then, and also satin matte. The film is also thicker than competitor films, because he has something between 100 and 140 microns, and that is much thicker than our competitors. I think we already got a lot of questions in, and we took 3 topics which are very important to show how, for example, to avoid bubbles during and after the application. And therefore, I go to my colleague Rudy.
Hello guys, nice to meet you. I'm Rudy. I'm going to explain you how to wrap with our Omega-Skinz color vinyl and print vinyl. So the first question, like Peter told me, what about the air bubbles? Air bubbles, you get them after 1 or 2 weeks. That is the solution for that is you must press harder with your squeegee. So example like this. This is a slow, very light pressing, but when you press harder, you press more air. You see? So what's the reason or what's the solution for this is when we have a thickness like Peter told you, this is thicker and we have micro air channels. So that's why we have to press harder to get all the air out of the air channels. And always a smiley, like this. So, the solution is press harder with your squeegee. That's the solution for the air bubbles.
So Rudy, that was very clear, but I already have a question through this Q&A. How hard do you need to press to avoid bubbles?
The best you can see is when you press on your squeegee and you press harder, you can see on your nail it's get wider. Now it's red, you see when you press hard, it's look white. That's the hardest you can press. Okay, Peter?
Okay, that's very clear, Rudy.
Thank you.
I think everybody knows how to avoid bubbles. And therefore we go to the second question of today is when you have, for example, a door of a van with very deep indents, how do you apply films on these doors and these indents, Rudy?
I'm going to show you just a moment. So we start with the Omega-Skinz print vinyl. This is laminated with a glossy laminate. So we remove the backing paper. This. I remove the backing paper half, then it's easy when you make a mistake, it's easier to remove. So make sure it's nice without wrinkles. Like this. Okay, printable vinyl. We start on the highest point, like this. On the left, and down. Let's see. Okay. Okay, then we start in the middle. We take our squeeze about 30 degrees, and I try to stop about 10 centimeters from the indents. Go down. Okay, also on this side, here it is. Have a wrinkle. Remove it. Okay. So now we have an air channel here. Now I take my glove, sorry. Then we take water and soap. I have a heat gun. I take it for 250 degrees on the display. Yeah. We warm it up. Then we go just around the edge. Okay, now we have the heat not in the indents, but about 5 centimeters from the indents, and the air must go away from the indent. This must be cold. So this part I heat and I stretch this part. And very close, I heat this part. So this is cold, this is hot. When I press here, this will be cold and I stretch this part. Okay? So there's no detention here. The detention is out of the indents. Also this one, you can do it in 2 steps. One, we heat again. And the second one time. So this is cold and this is stretched. So there's no detention here. All the vinyl will stay in the corner. Okay, we don't do like this. Also not like this. Just very close, and the hot air must go away from the indents. Slowly, and we do it about 20 centimeters. Start here. 20 centimeters. Don't forget to take the air with me. Yes. And we do it again. Okay, now I'm going to show you an issue when you do this part. And I put my finger like here, like this. You can see an air channel. When you have this, you have to remove it. If you do like this, you warm it up and you press the air away, you have a lot of the tension here. The vinyl comes back after 1 week, vinyl gets popped out. Never do that. If you have an air channel like this, you see this one, always remove. I heat again, so the vinyl comes back to the original shape. We wait it to go down. Apply it again. And we start again. Heat this part. And do like this. Okay, check. Don't forget the air. Oh. Well, you can see, I forgot it. The air will stay here. You have to make a small hole. 100. Take the heat gun, and the air will disappear. Okay. So when you finish this part, the whole panel, take the heat gun on 350 degrees, like this, yeah, and we do the after heating, like this. After heating on this speed is about 19 degrees on the vinyl. Minimum, you need minimum 90 degrees till 100 degrees to kill the vinyl, because it's a little stretch here also. Maybe 5% on 100, so you need to do the after heating. So when you do the after heating completely, the whole panel, then you weigh the skull down, then you take your squeezy and you press again. Why is that? Because you heat so much warmth, the glue will activate again. So you need to press harder again. So now the vinyl will stay in the indents, it's never coming out. Because here is no stretch. The stretch is here and not here. That's very important with print vinyl. Okay. Was that clear, Peter?
Very clear, Rudy.
Thank you.
I think you have started now to show us the indent application on an Omega-Skinz printable film. How can you show us to us on a normal colored film?
Yeah.
Because that is also a difference, I assume.
Yeah, that's a different way. I'll show you. I'll remove it, the print vinyl. So this is the Omega-Skinz print color vinyl. This is the Omega-Skinz 672. So we remove it, the backing paper, like before we did. That looks better. Okay. Oh. Let's start again. So the same, we start in the middle.
But in the meantime, we already have a question.
As you can see, it's very easy because the micro channels. Okay. This is too big. I'm going to cut more vinyl. Now, this is a different way we do. Now we're going to remove. Oh, I'm going to cut here also a little bit. Okay, now remove it from the indents. Now I'm going to press the vinyl to the indents. Make sure we don't have an air channel here. No. Always remove. We apply it against the indents. always remove, and then slowly in the corner. Okay, looks good. First we check, no air bubble, no wrinkle. Okay, it's looking good. Just in that corner, not over it. Here, same. Now I have a small air bubble. Do it again. Again. Okay. That looks good. No, here. It's important to remove this. Okay. Now we take the heat gun. I take about 250 degrees. Yeah. Okay. Now, on the top I can press also on the flat surface here. And this side also. Now, I take the heat gun, make sure the corner is already finished. Little heat. Then a little stretch on the vinyl, so all the wrinkles will disappear. Yes. Little heat, a little more heat. Okay. Now with everything a little stretched. This. Take my squeezy. Now on the other side. Okay, that's looking good. This is the way we apply Omega-Skinz color vinyl in the deep indents. If we do it wrong, I mean we do it like the Omega-Skinz print vinyl. You can see what's happening then. Okay. Remember the print vinyl. Then we heat this part. Go just over the edge. Now do it again. Take more, 350. Okay. Now we do it like this. And once. I don't know if you already see it. What is wrong? We can see this part. Here we stretch the vinyl because this is satin color vinyl. This becomes to be more glossy. You can see? So this is not good. This technique is only good for the print vinyl. For the color vinyl you need this part. Sorry, that part. Not this one. Peter?
Yes, Rudy. Thank you for this clear application on indent doors. I would like to remind you that if you have questions, please fill them in the Q&A so we can treat them at the end. But in the meantime, I already had a question, Rudy.
Yes.
Somebody asks, what if there are scratches on the film during the application of, for example, this Omega-Skinz you have on the door?
Yeah. I will show. Ah, you can see it already here. If you have scratches like this, you take the heat gun, or when there's a nice weather, you can put the car also outside, and you can see all the scratches are disappeared. See? Just take the heat gun.
Okay, that is clear, Rudy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We are already at the third topic of our webinar of today, and the third topic is all about stretching and de-stress the film. And what about the heating process of our film on 3D curved vehicles? So Rudy, please help us with this question.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the car a little bit higher because I'm not so young anymore. It's easier for me. Oh.
Is it safe, Rudy?
It's better for me, thank you. So I'm going to show you when we stretch vinyl, and after a couple weeks, months, I think weeks, vinyl is coming out of the corners here. What's the reason about that? I'm going to show you. To applying the bumper, you need to stretch the vinyl. And we take the heat gun to stretch it, of course. I take about on the display maximum 650 degrees. So that's faster when you do a big piece of vinyl. When it's a small one, I take 350, but this time I take 600 degrees, that's maximum, this heat gun. It's getting faster. There's also a little too much here. Oh. So we heat the whole piece of vinyl. I do it always around. Why? When you do it vertical, horizontal, you go down, down, down. This is getting cold. That's why I do always around. It's getting faster. See, now you feel it's going to be flexible. You open the vinyl and we stretch the vinyl over it. This part. This. Okay. So now I stretch the vinyl over the bumper. Very nice. It's looking good. Now I must heat a little bit, so I take my heat gun, 250, not 600 anymore, otherwise you burn the vinyl. Yes. Take a squeezy. Okay, I'm not going to finish this, but the solution for the vinyl not coming back after 1 week or 1 month, the problem is when I cut here now, it's like an elastic, but you cut it, it's coming back to the original shape. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut a little bit more. Don't cut in the car, of course. My heat gun already on 250 degrees. A little bit warm. So I have to cut here. So what I'm going to do is I remove it for 1 centimeter more. Let's see, here's my cutting line. I remove it till here. I heat it. You can see the vinyl is coming back to the little shape. We know that when you stretch vinyl, this, when it's cold, it will stay like this, but when we heat again, it's coming back, you see? Then we don't have any stretch anymore. That's the same what I'm doing here. So I do the after heating, the vinyl is going back to the original shape. We wait it to cool down, and then we apply again. Like this. Now we can cut here. Also on this area, I take also 350 degrees. And we do the after heating. Also very important. But because we remove the vinyl to here, we unstretch the vinyl, let it come back to the little shape, then we apply again, we cut, and this will stay. If I cut this part without doing that, then we have the same problem. It's coming back after 1 or 2 weeks, maybe after a month. This is wrong. You need every time you need it to remove it, heat it, coming back to original shape, apply again, and cut it. That's very important. Peter?
Yes, okay, Rudy. That's also very clear for us. There is a question coming from you guys. Somebody asked us, Rudy, can you overstretch the film? And if yes, what we need to do to avoid that?
Yeah. When you do the overstretching, then you can see color changing. It's about show you. So we make the vinyl warm, we stretched, and here you see a lot of wrinkles. Oh, okay. You remove them, take the heat gun. But when you heat everything, like this, and you stretch again, then you can see color changing. I don't know if you see it at home. See the line here? Clear? Okay, when you see this part, you remove it more, because here's the line. I heat again, coming back to the little shape. Now we wait, let's go down, because everything is hot, of course. Going down, I feel like this, yeah. Okay, I heat on this part, not where I applied before, just here. Now you stretch the vinyl like this, squeezy. This is the cutting line. Okay, so you don't see the line anymore. That's the overstretching. The solution of this. Yeah, always heat this part, not what you applied before. Always this part. It's clear, Peter?
It's clear, and I think also for the people at home, let us say, or in the office. Rudy, I'm already to the Q&A, but there is also a question of somebody who says, wow, so many degrees. Are you sure it is Celsius and not Fahrenheit? So somebody asks, is it 250 degrees Celsius?
No, no. 250 degrees is inside.
It's inside.
Yes.
Okay.
When I take 350 degrees to the afterheating,
Yeah.
that's about 19 to 100 degrees on the final.
So
the
you mean that if on the machine
Yeah.
the temperature is mentioned as 250 degrees, it is not 250
Not.
degrees
No,
on the car.
No, no.
Okay.
No.
And what is it about on the car?
90.
So it's
Depends
90.
on the speed.
Okay.
Depends on the speed. When you do it on this part, I have now 340 degrees, and I go like this. It's maybe 10, 20 degrees. But when I'm doing like this speed is about 90 degrees.
Right.
Yeah?
Okay. In the past, I knew that there was a kind of laser
Yeah.
who measured
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So is it?
That's more easier.
Yes.
Then you can see immediately how warm or hot it is on the vinyl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's good that those car wrappers also use that laser to
Yeah.
see the difference between the machine and the real temperature on the car.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very clear to us. We have another question. It's something to see about preheating the vinyl. How long do you need to preheat the vinyl before applicated?
Before applicated. Depends on the biggest one. I'll show you on the bumper. When you heat it, you can feel it. It's very flexible. Then it's the right time to position the vinyl.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the question came when we said that the GT38 SL you need to preheat.
Yes.
So I think we have to think about that if we. Yeah.
Okay.
And
It's not
how
this-
long do you need to preheat that kind
The GT?
of? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you can take the light. You know the light? Heater? Yeah?
Yeah.
You can take that. Or you can take the heat gun.
Yeah.
I take it on 600 degrees
Yeah.
on the vinyl, but you have to heat everything like this in circles.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need the laser, no. Just so then you activate the glue, and then that's the reason that it sticks harder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I don't have any questions anymore from you there in the office. I know that if you should have more questions, then please send them to us and we will answer each question you have. If you want to review the film of what we did today, we will send you also the link that you can many times see it and oftenly look back to what we explained today. So I would like to say thank you very much for following this webinar, and hopefully you will be with us to the next one. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.